story time about how I learned not to tell everyone your business. So this was all the way back in middle school. I was probably in like 7th or 8th grade. I can't remember. So I had this little friend group and I had a crush on one of the boys in that friend group. And of course, since I had a crush on him and he was a part of the friend group, I couldn't really tell any of my friends in the friend group. So I remember one day in PE, this new girl, she came to school and she was sitting there kind of in the corner, not talking to anybody, being really quiet. And me being me, I'm a nice person. So I went over there and I started talking to her, trying to see who she was. Hey, how you doing? Whoop-de-whoop. So I got to know her. She was really cool. We would talk every day. And then one day, I kind of just eventually told her that I had a crush on this boy. So I told her everything about him. I was telling her how he looks and what the stuff that he does, I guess, and all that other stuff, whoop-de-whoop-de. So, it wasn't nothing. It was just a little crush I had, and I told her about it because, I was like, why not? I can't tell the friend group, so let me tell you. And then you don't know him, so like, what can you do? You get what I'm saying? Bad mistake. Bad mistake. So, days were passing and I was just kind of giving her updates every day in PE. And she was like my little girl that I would just talk to about him too because, I didn't really have anybody else to talk to him about. But then one day I remember going to lunch and seeing her sitting in my spot at the lunch table where all my friends were sitting right on the side of him. And I was like, I didn't even know you had this lunch. What? So I didn't think of it at first. I was like, I guess it's time for her to meet the friend group anyway. She knew to keep it a secret because I eventually told her, I was like, hey, I noticed that you're like sitting by us at lunch now. Can you just like keep this a secret between you and me or whatever? So yeah, she started sitting with us every day at lunch. Everything was cool. We were laughing and joking. Why do I kind of like these hairs short? It's kind of cute. I hate when I have to take my hair out and then like the short braids kind of eating a little bit. My bad. But yeah, so we were sitting at lunch every day talking and giggling, friend group. And then basically I just remember going to gym class. She came in there and was like, I have to tell you something. And I'm like, okay. This girl told me, she was like, so I think I have a crush on him too. Excuse me? So I don't get upset with her. I'm just like, okay, well, I guess we both just have a crush on him. But then next week came. But then next week at lunch, he told the whole friend group a confession about how he has a new girlfriend. I wonder who that could be. I just wonder. Okay, so in part 1, I was telling you how I couldn't tell the friend group. I couldn't tell the friend group because they were all boys. And realistically, I knew they were going to tell him. So yeah. He made a confession talking about how he had a new girlfriend and really? That's so cool. Yay. Also, I think all the guys peeped that I had a crush on him, but they never say anything, thankfully. So looks like I could have trusted them and I told a random girl my secret. Even though what harm was that gonna do? I didn't know, obviously. So yeah, we're like, oh snap, like, oh, who's the girlfriend? Who is it? And then he was like, it's actually her. Oh, her? That one right there? I know you're not talking about her. Because if you're talking about her, I'm about to slap her. No, I'm just playing. I'm not going to slap her. Because what I look like fighting over a boy. My mama taught me too well. So yeah, they started dating and I was very livid. Very upset. But I didn't say anything because I guess, back in middle school, I wasn't really the type of person to say anything or like say stuff on my chest. Like I was way more like lenient with people and stuff, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, they started dating. And of course I couldn't react how I wanted to because, at the end of the day, that wasn't my boyfriend. I can't really like get upset. But I was still upset because I felt a little betrayed. I was just like, dang, like I thought we was cool. I thought we was bonding. I thought we was gonna, yeah, I don't know. So I just had to learn to live with it. They were dating, they were cute or whatever. I really didn't care. After a while, I was just okay, like I'm over it. But then the situation got worse. It's always getting worse. I figured out from one of my close friends that they were spreading rumors about me. Or not they, she was spreading rumors about me. I wish I remember what the rumor was about. I really can't remember. All I know is it had me heated real bad. Like, I was really upset about it. I know part of the rumor, or like she was saying more than one rumor about me. So I know part of it. One of it was she was talking about how I was trying to fight her like over him, which it kind of course, like got leaked out to him that I eventually liked him because she decided to tell everybody I was trying to fight over him. So boom, now he knows that I have a crush on him, and boom, she's over here telling the whole world that I'm trying to fight her over him. And then boom, another rumor that was going on that I was like really upset about. I forgot what she said, but I just know I was real heated. But yeah. And I remember the rumors getting so bad to where that my own friends were starting to not talk to me. And not that friend group specifically, but like other friends, yeah. Now I'm like, oh no, now I'm about to confront you about how you acting, cause I'm not about to play with you like that. So I remember it was after school, I was in theater. So I stayed after school for theater. And she decided to come over there where I was and, oh hey, how you doing, blah blah blah, like I like her or something. Like, so I'm looking around, I'm like, are you talking to me? Because I might be tripping, but you spread nonsense around me in front of everybody in our grade, and I don't mess with that at all. And she had the nerve to tell me, yeah, well, it is what it is, I just wanted you to stay away from my boyfriend. So yeah, we was going back and forth, and right when I was about to swing, I was getting ready to swing, I went like, whoop, and all I feel is a hand grip me, and I'm like, what the? But boom, it was her little boyfriend being Captain Saber. But I was still going off. I was mad, but then the teachers came and whoop-de-woo, messed that up, whatever. But after a while, they ended up breaking up because he figured out how weird she was, and she was like really controlling. And she also ended up leaving the school because she's an actual liar and was just spreading rumors about everybody, and everybody figured out that she was a liar, so nobody in our grade liked her. So she ended up leaving the school. It's like a little. And also, me and the boy had a conversation about like me having a crush on him. And you know what this boy told me? This boy was like, I mean, you're cool and all, but I don't date black girls. Listen, that was my first and last time having a crush on a mixed boy. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all. But yeah, that was a good little life lesson for me. So yeah, don't go out here telling everybody your business unless you really trust them, because y'all see what happens.
I finally got my high school diploma, so it's time for those story times. High school for me was some of the worst years of my life. So if you enjoyed your time in our high school, you probably contributed to my life being HE double hockey stick. But you know, we forgive and forget. There's some things that you just can't forget or forgive. So before I get into any crazy story times, let me tell you about my high school experience so this series all makes sense. Kendall, what's wrong? Your life looks so perfect. You look so happy. You post all happy things. Like, the amount of people that tell me my life is perfect, if you think that, we definitely are not actually friends. If I'm being so honest, I have a hard time remembering a night in 2 years that I haven't gone to bed crying myself to sleep. And I'm not trying to sound dramatic. I'm trying to talk about this in the most casual way possible. But yeah, like, I thought it was normal me not going to bed before 1, 2 in the morning every night for like 2 years was normal. And it's not because I had homework. It's not because I'd practiced late. Like, no, it generally was just because my brain would not shut off overthinking about every stupid thing about high school. People are mean and they're cliquey, and you really realize who your friends are when you start to have a hard time in life. Junior year hit me like a truck, and it wasn't because of all the academics I was doing. It was the build-up from sophomore year. No one talks about the trauma you endure in sophomore year. Also be some good story times, but you know, I thought I had the right friends figured out, but it turns out no one really notices when you start to go downhill. I did a lot of isolating my junior year. I quit the sport I wanted to go to college for. No one really even thought twice about that one. I mean, it all worked out in the end because then I was going to college for soccer, but whatever. Like, the amount of pressure that people place on you or that you feel against yourself in high school that you're just supposed to like deal with. I vividly remember kind of close to the end of junior year, we were doing a segment in AP Lang about what made Maddie run. If you don't know the book, look it up. I can't talk about the topic on TikTok. I got halfway into the book and tried to get as far as I could in the unit without actually finishing the reading. And eventually I decided I would go and just talk to my teacher about it. Just ended up bawling my eyes out. She had to lock lock her kids out for like another 15 minutes. That was the next class. And she thought it was because I was mad at the girl in the book for doing what she did. But the sad part was that I related to it. And I honestly think that crushed her, because in her class, the only thing I identified myself as was an athlete. That's all I thought I was all of high school. Until like my senior year, there's like so much I could say about my entire high school experience. But honestly, I feel like it started at a really young age, because people see everything that I have, and it's really easy to make assumptions about me without actually talking to me. And unfortunately, that's how most of my high school went. I also made some really dumb choices that people ended up using against me, which will be another story time. I just want to say, just because someone looks like they have it all does not mean they do. I'm grateful for everything that I have, but I look at some of the people that I know spread horrible rumors about me that were not true at all, and I just don't understand. I was done dirty by so many people, but I don't think I've ever been someone to like start a rumor. I only tell the truth, but I never spread rumors because it would happen to me so much. Like, I know how crappy that feels. Just at my graduation, I was walking across stage, and apparently some kids said that I make money off OnlyFans. They hear I have an online presence, and apparently that has been what's been going around. And it's all funny to me at this point, but I was trying to put together a TikTok about high school, and it's like hard for me to go back and look at how much I was struggling in high school. But no one knew, because I just felt like everyone saw me as a super perfect, like, strong person that shouldn't have any issues. Like, I literally felt selfish for having issues, and I still kind of do. And I don't want to have any regrets about high school saying I wish I would have gone back and done this, but I literally wish I just would have been more open. Wish I would have talked to more people. I wish I would have been more open to my friends about what I was going through. Because apparently now that I don't have them, they all thought that I was being self-centered and everything is about me. Like, I don't even know what to say to that. Like, I would go to the bathroom in school and cry so much. It's so embarrassing. And if you told me my freshman year that I would be that person, I would have just laughed in your face. But high school can hit you like a 2-ton brick, and that's just the reality of it. So if you need to talk to someone, my platform is always here. My DMs are open. Everyone in my comment section is always super supportive, so everyone be nice. So yeah, hopefully this makes sense about the story times that I will be sharing with you guys. Because yeah, the last 2 years of high school for me were very lonely and hard, and a lot of things did stem from me having this platform. I feel like there was a lot of judgment or jealousy, or maybe just the wrong perception of how my life was going. But this is kind of a lonely job, and my situation will make sense more in the future when I share more stories with you guys. But for now, yeah, that was high school for me. Kind of trashy, kind of crappy. I had some good memories, but I'm gonna go hang out with my boyfriend, so hopefully you guys have a good night. Hopefully this helped anyone whose high school experience isn't going as good or wasn't as good as they thought it should be. Live it up. It's only 5% of your life, so peace out. Love you. Bye.
When you were a kid, did you ever, like, fake illnesses? Because I did all the time. And one time, it went just a little too far. So when I was in 4th grade, I really struggled in school, and I really struggled to make friends. One day, I just really didn't want to go to school, and I knew my mom wouldn't believe me if I was sick because I fake sick all the time, so I had to really play it up. So like any sane person, I laid on the ground, holding my stomach, sobbing, screaming in pain. But I wasn't. I was fine. I was literally fine. I just didn't want to go to school. My mom obviously starts freaking out, and she says to get in the car, we're going to the ER. Then I start freaking out because I'm making this up. And I'm like, no, like, it's fine. I'm really fine. And she's like, no, you're not. So she makes me get in the car, and we start driving to the emergency room for nothing. So we get there, and I get a room pretty much immediately because there wasn't actually a lot of people in there, which is kind of shocking. And I've been to the emergency room a couple times, and this time, like, it was so quick, so easy. So we're sitting in there waiting for the doctor, and they come in and immediately think it's appendicitis. They're like, does it hurt here? Does it hurt here? And at this point, I'm so embarrassed that I'm like, yeah, it kind of hurts there, because I didn't want them to think I came for nothing. As soon as I say, yeah, that hurts, they start freaking out. They start talking, saying words I don't understand, doctor words, and I'm like, oh my god, what is going on? What is going on? I'm literally fine. So I'm internally freaking out. My mom looks over and she's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And they say, her appendix is gonna burst. I'm sorry to do this, but part 2.
I said I love you and I got left unopened. Basically, my boyfriend, who's not my boyfriend, it's my ex-boyfriend, but we act like we're still together and nothing has changed. is in Europe right now on his like Europe trip. We like agreed we're not really gonna talk that much. He's gonna be like having fun. We're not gonna be texting that much. That's fine. I agreed to that. But when he would text me, it'd be like, been busy, love you, miss you, having so much fun, and like sending me pictures of the trip. It's a Paris day one, everything's fine. He tells me there's this big horse show because I ride horses, and he sends me pictures. At the Eiffel Tower, sends me pictures, and then day 2 he stops talking to me. He said, oh, I love you, I miss you, and he left me unopened for like 10 hours. And I saw that his phone was like low battery and his phone dies a lot. He never charges his phone. I was like, oh, it's fine, his phone like died or something. But I saw him active. Like, he kept being active and I was still unopened, and I posted on my private story and he watched all of them. I was, you know, just gonna like leave it because I'm like, it's fine, like if he wants to be like that, he can be like that. But it was driving me fucking insane. So I texted him and be like, what the hell was that about? Like, why are you leaving me unopened? And he goes, my bad, haven't even been on my phone, not even with my parents, like I'm super busy. And I think I said in my text like, I hope you're having fun or something, like very like, hope you're having fun. He goes, yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. That just pissed me off, so I left him unopened. I've been going crazy about it, and he has every right to have fun. Like, he does not need to be texting me every day. Like, that's fine, we agreed on that. What's bothering me is the switch up on his attitude between the beginning of the trip and now, and like how he's responding to texts. Like, you can text me once a day, that's fine, but it's what you text me that once a day, you know what I mean? If you're gonna have attitude with me and leave me unopened when I say I love you and that's the only time you're gonna talk to me, bitch, I'm pissed. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna leave it. I like deleted the chat from my feed. I was like, we had our timer on for our streak and he lost the streak. So then I texted him because that fucking drove me insane. I'm going insane because of this. Just thinking like, what is going on? What is he thinking and why? Just, what's going on? Before I text him because he lost our streak, I go in our chat this morning and like randomly to see if he's active and to see if he like said anything because I deleted it so I couldn't see. And guess who pops in the chat the second I open it? He does, and I fucking swipe away. Anyways, so I text him and I go like, you actually suck, the switch up is crazy. And now I'm gonna completely shut down and be a bitch, which I don't want to be because I don't know, but I'm gonna. Like, to be dramatic, I want to unadd him so bad, but that's like too dramatic and too immature, I feel. So I think I'm just gonna leave it. Oh my god, he's typing! He's literally typing! He was typing and I guess he stopped, or he's sending me a whole paragraph, which I fucking doubt, but it's been a while. Probably gonna get yelled at for posting this or talking about it, but I'm literally going insane and I need to just let it out. And also my friend isn't fucking answering. I don't know where she is. She's probably fucking asleep. It's just like driving me insane.